Welcome back to the program. So you probably have already heard the news. I'm not probably breaking it to you right now, but unfortunately, Tulsi Gabbard has had to resign due to her husband's terrible health diagnosis of a rare bone cancer. So we wish him, of course, our thoughts and prayers, and to hopefully somehow get better from this. But she had to step down because of that. Now, Reuters is lying, okay? And Reuters is already coming out, and I hope they get sued for this too. But they're saying that she was, quote, forced out. She was not forced out, okay? That's a fact. She was not forced out. This is just the haters and the left-wing media lying scumbags out there that are saying this, okay? Because she was a former Democrat who became a Republican and now has helped get this criminal conspiracy going and is putting these people hopefully in prison. And they hate her guts, and they're lying about why she had to step down, okay? They barely even said anything about the health concerns of her husband. Everyone close to Tulsi and to the administration has said the same thing, that they're sad to see her go. This was shocking. They didn't know she was going to be leaving. She was not forced out. And who knows, if he hopefully can get better, maybe, just maybe, they'll bring her back. Maybe not in that position, I don't know. But there was no falling out, so don't listen to the bullshit and the lies out there from people like Reuters, and Reuters should be sued. And I hope they are sued. I hope Tulsi sues them. I hope the administration sues them, because they're going to have to prove their bullshit and lies, okay? Even J.D. Vance came out and said, it's bullshit. It's not true. President Trump said the same thing. They've all said the same thing. So these scumbags at Reuters are probably going to have to pay up pretty quick. But it's very sad. We hate to see her go. Her assistant basically took over. Don't know too much about him. He doesn't have a huge resume. But President Trump said that the assistant DNI is now the acting DNI. And, of course, we wish Abraham, her husband, and her, of course, a speedy recovery. And our thoughts and prayers are with them. So let's touch on that. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of what I wanted to talk about today. You know, when someone attacks you, it sucks, right? And maybe you're upset about it. Maybe you're President Trump, who's been attacked personally for many, many years, lawsuits, shot at. Maybe you can handle it. Maybe you say, well, that's just me being effective, and it comes with the territory. But when you attack the children of people, fathers say, I've had enough. Well, guess what? Ivanka Trump has been targeted for assassination by the Irgc. And I'm telling you right now, President Trump has had enough with Iran, okay? And this may have been the straw that broke the camel's back, right here. Ivanka Trump targeted for assassination by IRGC terrorists in twisted plot to avenge President Trump taking out Qasem Soleimani. They love that Qasem Soleimani scumbag, I'll tell you that. First daughter Ivanka Trump was targeted for assassination by an Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps trained terrorist in a twisted plot to avenge the president taking out of his mentor, Qasem Soleimani. Recently captured Muhammad Bakr Saeed Dawood al-Sadi, 32, made a pledge to kill Ivanka and even had a blueprint of her Florida home, sources said. The Iraqi national, so apparently he's not even Iranian, the Iraqi national was allegedly targeting President Donald Trump's family in response to the killing of Iranian military chief Qasem Soleimani in a U.S. Drone strike. Hang on, went too far with the thing here. In Baghdad. Wow, that happened 6 years ago? Yeah, I guess it did. After Qasem was killed, he, al-Sadi, went around telling people we need to kill Ivanka to burn down the house of Trump the way he burned down our house. Intifada Kanbar, a former deputy military attaché in the Iraqi embassy in Washington, told the New York Post. And then let's see here, some more. And then there's a picture of the guy, and he would look exactly as you would expect. Let me see if there's anything more to it. We heard that he had a plan of Ivanka's house in Florida, Kanbar said. A second source also confirmed al-Sadi's plot to kill Ivanka. Al-Sadi also posted a picture of a map showing the enclave in Florida where Ivanka and husband Jared Kushner have a 24 million house alongside a chilling threat in Arabic, which translates to, quote, "I say to the Americans, look at this picture and know that neither your palaces nor the Secret Service will be able to protect you. We are currently in the stage of surveillance and analysis. I tell you, our revenge is only a matter of time," end quote. Al-Sadi is said to be a high-ranking figure in Iraq-Iran terror circles, arrested in Turkey on May 15th and extradited to the United States, where he is being charged with 18 attacks and attempted attacks throughout Europe and the United States, per the Department of Justice. He's behind attacks on U.S. and Jewish targets, including the firebombing of the Bank of New York Mellon in Amsterdam in March, the stabbing of 2 Jewish victims in London in April, and a shooting at the U.S. consulate building in Toronto also that happened in March. He also planned, quote, coordinated and allegedly took responsibility for attacks against Jewish people, including the bombing of a synagogue in Liège, Belgium, the arson of a temple in Rotterdam in March, according to the feds, as well as various other foiled counter attacks in the United States in response to the current conflict in the Middle East. And again, pictures of the house and all this other stuff. So yeah, I think that might have been, because remember, I just talked to you a few days ago, $57 million hit on President Trump, the Iranian, Revolutionary Guard has put out internationally, by the way. So that's a lot of money with a lot of incentive to take out our beloved dear president. So the fact that that was out there, well, he's a tough guy, Okay, fine, come against me. But you want to kill my family, my daughter? Are you kidding me? I'm telling you right now, the Iranian regime is going to get wiped out. And why do I know that? Well, because President Trump did not go to the Bahamas for Don Jr.'s wedding. Don Jr. was married actually yesterday in a quiet ceremony, and he's now heading out to the Bahamas Saturday, so tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. So he's going to be partying for 3 days in the Bahamas to celebrate his wedding, and President Trump is not going because President Trump said, quote, "We have too many things going on here in the government, and I have to be here for the American people." Okay? I'm not going to say end quote because I'm paraphrasing basically what he said. Now, that tells me that they're in the planning stages right now of a major, major military attack against Iran. And I think, as I said, the fact that they want to go after and kill his beloved daughter, I think that was way too much for President Trump. Now, here's the other thing. The whole negotiation bullshit with Iran is exactly that. And by the way, the Iranians already said that we will not give up any of our weapons-grade uranium, and it will, quote, stay in Iran. No, it won't. Okay? No, it won't. And if they're not going to give up everything, which we know they're not going to, and they have weapons-grade enriched uranium that if they start to rebuild, which, by the way, they're already rebuilding their missile capabilities and things like that, there's been reports that it could be back to normal in less than 6 months. So that tells me, again, President Trump has sworn they're never going to have a nuclear weapon. That means that there's going to be something happening very, very soon. How soon? maybe this weekend. I would assume probably right after the holiday weekend here. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week it is probably my guess. Clearly, they're in the planning stages of something, and that's been reported actually by uh, CBS News, I think it was. Yeah, here it is. CBS noted that the final decision has no final decision has been reached, but they are in the final quote planning stages. Now, again, this could be fake news or whatever, but I don't think so. And then it says, let me see here. Where's the other part of this? Yeah, this is where he says he's not going to the wedding. Trump administration was preparing Friday for a fresh round of military strikes against Iran, according to sources with direct knowledge of the planning. And also that I got from another source here is that, where is it right here? Wait, let me see, I'm trying to, upgrading the target matrix. Military intelligence drastically has expanded strike blueprints for Iranian assets during the ceasefire. So there are way more new targets, fresh targets to go after. And this is going to be another joint operation with Israel and the IDF. I can assure you of that. It's not going to be just us. It will be with Israel. So you're going to have two against one. And they're going to have to do something quick. Because if they're rebuilding during the ceasefire and they're getting their capabilities and drones and weapons and things like that, there's going to be danger for our U.S. troops. So we've got to hit them and hit them hard and get rid of this regime and do it quickly, very quickly. Okay? Israeli defense forces have dramatically expanded their target bases inside Iran while finalizing comprehensive offensive plans in anticipation of a potential presidential authorization from Washington to resume airstrikes. So this is coming right now as well. The chief of the general staff of the Israeli Defense Forces, Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir, has initiated a series of high-level operational assessments with top military planners to finalize readiness protocols for a massive offensive operation. These intensive strategic sessions are designed to prepare ground, air, and intelligence branches for the immediate possibility of an American presidential authorization to launch coordinated strikes against strategic infrastructure inside of Iran. The defense preparations are currently simultaneously across 7 active combat sectors, requiring unprecedented coordination between international allies to secure regional perimeters. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I said that with Venezuela. I was one day off, okay? I said that with the Iran war, and I think I said it would happen by May 3rd, and it happened on February 28th. So I'm telling you again, I want to be 3 for 3 here. I believe there's going to be action coming when it could be very, very soon. It could be this weekend. It could be sometime next week. I can't imagine it being more than 10 days out from now. So hold your horses. Keep seeing what's going on out there. But hopefully this regime is gonna end. Finally gonna end. Kill them all. Let Allah sort them out. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Put them down in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one.